We're live. Fellas, welcome. Welcome to those tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you're listening live from. There's actually people waiting for us tonight, Randall. It's unbelievable.
Stop it. Where were they kidding?
Let me know in the comments who you are. We'll send out the I don't know what we'll send them, but probably
Gift
nothing.
basket.
We'll give them a high five.
Send them a thumbs up.
Yeah, send them a thumbs up. What's been going on, fellas? We had a week away last week. We had a week off. Dave, you've been plenty of cricket. Central Coast team, mate, up there at Singo.
Yeah. Ella was up there for under 15s reps. She had a good carnival. It was well put on, as usual, by the crowd up there at Singleton. They got 4 turf ovals all side by side. So it's just great that there's not much movement around and they put on a great carnival. So Ella did well up there. And then come home, we had a weekend of cricket. It was first round for Lauren, Ella and myself locally. The body knew about it Sunday that haven't done cricket for a while. And then backed it up on Sunday. Ella debuted down at the Northern Districts against Campbelltown. So
Nice.
big weekend. And what's going to become a normal weekend.
Mate, I've seen a couple of your Facebook posts as well. Leading wicket taker for Central Coast. That's a big achievement.
Yeah, it's second year in a row for her doing that. She loves the bowling. She's taken up the spin bowling now. So, kids just don't know how to play off spin. Everyone's a leggy, but not many off spinners. So it's a nice little niche there for her. So nice. She did that and then took 3 wickets for Northern Districts on Saturday. They only took 3 wickets and she took all of them. So onwards and upwards.
Good stuff.
Well done. What about you, mate? Did you get any runs on the weekend?
Yeah, came in at the end. Got 27 not out. Had to love it when a leg spinner bowls a half tracker to you that sort of pitches just short of a good length and pops up about sort of waist high on leg stump. So it was quickly sent over cow corner.
Dispatched
as we do. So, but no, we got the win. We chased down 175 runs.
Yeah, that's a pretty good target to chase down.
Yeah, did it with 10 overs to spare. So,
how many overs do you play? 40?
40.
Yep.
So it's 40 overs each. So we thought, we're in tough going, but they must be a bit rusty first week, but still got outdone by the missus. She filled in for women's 3rd grade and she scored 43 not out with 7 4s and 2 6s. And off 13 legal balls. The opposition caught on to her because once they face 30 balls, they've got to retire. So they saw how well she was doing. So they brought on a bowler who had not one of her 8 deliveries hit the pitch, but those deliveries count towards the batter's total. So the opposition knew what they were doing. They thought, we'd rather give up 8 runs in no balls than watch Lauren bloody pound them all over the park. So
8 boundaries.
Yeah. But they got the win. So Lauren's got me for runs so far.
Impressive.
Not a good start, mate.
I can see you having the bets on again for the family.
Oh, yeah. So Ella got catches on the Saturday. I got wickets. Lauren got the runs. So we split it across the family. And poor old Ash, she had the bye first game. So Ash hasn't played yet, but she'll play this Saturday. Add her into the mix.
You can't get out when you've got the bye. So
that's right.
That's beautiful.
Still
about you, Randall? About you, Randall? Any sport for you guys?
Coming off the weekend of Country Carnival, it was our first weekend of no sport in a really long time. So, but it's a one weekend only. I think Central Coast Junior starts this weekend for baseball, so we'll be down there. So we had our one rest weekend for the year. Well, we get two. We get one at the end of winter and one at the end of summer. So the changeover weekend, but the lawn didn't get mowed. Last weekend, yeah, mate. The kids went really well. It's great carnival as it always is. Country carnival, heaps more teams this year, which was good to see. We I think Newcastle, our Zuka team, finished second. I think might have been third. Not sure. Little League, coached by myself, Ninja, and Matty I. We finished third. Pretty competitive team actually this year. Far North Coast though, they were well and truly out ahead in front of everyone. But
yeah, right.
I think we had two wins, 2 losses, and a draw. So we were pretty happy with that. I think last 2 years we barely won a game. So
nice.
Big turnaround. But it was good to have 5 teams there in Little League. I know 2 years ago there was only 2 teams, Newcastle and Illawarra. So last year there were 3, and then this year there were 5. So it was good to see. Tamworth and Central Coast putting teams in, and they were competitive too. So it was really good. And under 14s, they finished third as well. And the under 16s, Newcastle won the division. So it was good. Good weekend, mate. Good weather. It was really good weather. I think maybe on the Sunday we might have got about high 20s. So it's nice.
What about this guy in the comments? How did he go?
He went well, mate. He had a good weekend. They had a pretty good little team there. That the under 14s. They looked like they had a lot of fun. No doubt you would have seen plenty of stuff on Facebook. There was music getting played. There were people dancing in the outfield. There were people dancing on base. All different sorts of stuff. Eddie the Eagle was there. Yeah. One of the young fellas broke his arm before the tournament a couple of weeks back, so he was unavailable to play. But he turned up as DJ Red. He turned up and danced in the eagle costume on the first day and got photos with all the kids in the eagle costume. So it was good, mate. Good weekend for him.
Right there.
Yeah, definitely. We all know how disappointing that'd be. Train with the team, you're in that side, and then you do yourself a mischief. You can't play. So,
mate, I actually thought it might have been Elaine dressing up as Eddie the Eagle. Thought she might have popped into the suit and done a bit of a mud dive or something like that.
No, mate, she was on her best behaviour. She was our Little League EO.
Yeah.
She was out there directing parents to stay away from the dugout and filling up water bottles for kids and finding snacks for kids in between games. So I think because our draw sort of fell, we played the first 2 games every day, so we only had a half-hour break between games.
Yeah.
Every day, so we just pumped out games and then we could kick back in the afternoon and watch.
Best way to be.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Damo, well done to Maddie. She had a good weekend in that under 14s team. It was good, mate. It was a good
literally
weekend.
rocked the weekend.
Literally, mate. If you get on the socials and have a look, there's photos with I think Maddie on second base and Sienna on first base, and there's a pitching change and they got the music pumping and they're both there just doing the Macarena or something, kung fu fighting or something. I don't know, dancing away to the music. So it was just good, mate. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, good. And that's what
about you, mate? What are your kids up to? Are they dancing?
Dancing, mate. I've got 3 dancers now, not just 2.
Wow.
So Ruben's just started cheerleading, so he's right into that. So look out. They've got a team competing in a couple of weeks at Newcastle.
Yep.
All abilities team. So there's a couple of kids in their team with ASD, and there's a kid in a wheelchair. So it's good fun, and they're loving it. And yeah, my girls just qualified for nationals in a duo, so they're in the under 15 division there. So they're up a few levels for that. So pretty proud of them for that. But yeah,
fancy that them dancing together, eh?
Yeah, I know, right?
And where's that at? Where's Nationals at?
Gold Coast in December. So we'll be up for
Okay.
Goldie again in December. So that'll be good fun. I also went up to Lake Liddell Speedway a few weeks back. I don't think I spoke about that. We weren't on last week. That was a good night out up there too. Make sure if anyone's into their car racing, go and have a look because it costs you bugger all to get in. You can take your own food and drinks and sit on the hill and watch cars race. And if you're into camping, you can camp the night up there right near the track and pretty good setup. I enjoyed it. So
Can you take
I
dirty
saw
water?
someone else enjoying it too.
yeah, he loved it. Absolutely loved it. I didn't know how it would go with the noise, but yeah, I got nothing to worry about. He's
When are we going back, Dad?
yeah, basically, when are we going back? So he was loving that, that's for sure. It's pretty good though. When Dylan Lees is racing up there, I think we should get a good crowd, go up there and support it, and a few cans on the hill. I reckon it'll be good fun. It's a tiny track for those that visited when it was at Tomago or Parramatta. It's about a quarter of that track size, basically.
Yeah, right.
And it's really good. Rory, how are you, mate?
Oof.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the season, I hope, mate. Have you started yet? Have they started yet, Sydney Comp?
Oh, yeah, they've started, haven't they? A couple of weeks back.
Yeah, because Cav put a post up about his young blokes playing together. So, yeah, Sydney's been going.
This year, aren't they?
Yeah, Sydney's been going for a couple of weeks now, I think.
Yeah. Good start to the year too for those guys. Righto. We've got plenty to talk about. Baseball, NFL, NBL's back. NHL is about to start. I'm not going to cover the NHL because I'm sure you blokes have viewed as much as what I have. There we go. 4 weeks into the season in the Sydney Comp. What do we want to kick off with? Some NFL scores? Do you want to talk about your game, Randall? I know you're itching to talk to Davo about it. Let's.
I just wanted to see if he caught any of it. That's all.
No,
it was a good game.
Didn't catch
any of it. Anything over the weekend or Monday.
I feel like you're saying that, mate.
Let's have a look anyway at some scores. 49ers 36, the Seahawks 24. I didn't see any of that. Did you blokes catch any of that?
No.
The highlights of the Aussie duel between punters.
Yep.
I saw one or two snippets of like the good battle between the two Aussies. So I thought, okay, that was worthwhile. But as to the game, no.
Yeah, me neither. The Bears 35 over the Jags 16. The Bears are 4-2, fellas. They're one to watch. Good to see. Randall, what's the next score,
turn
mate?
it up. How about that? Ravens 30 over the Commanders 23. Like it was actually a pretty close game. It wasn't, it wasn't really, a blowout or anything like that. It was actually a pretty good game. But yeah, Ravens, mate, get on them. They're gonna be tough at the back end of the year.
They're both 4-2.
Yeah.
Pretty good to see, Davo. Your Commanders, what have I done here? 4-2. But I think I messaged you early on in the game and asking if you'd watch any. Didn't want to give any spoilers because it was pretty good contest. But yeah, the Ravens ran away with 30-24. So yeah,
They just
23.
They just keep doing the same thing every week, just bash it up the middle, and then all of a sudden, they sort of get that defense scared and then start to throw it.
There was one pass right towards the end. Great pass. Anyway, watch the highlights. Worthwhile. Packers 34 over the Cardinals 13. The Packers are 4-2. Is that surprising for you guys?
Yep, I am surprised. I thought that'd be putrid.
Yeah. just like the Patriots are putrid. They're 1-5. Texans 41 defeated them 21.
Texans
Buccaneers.
5-1. You know, is that a surprise for you?
Yeah, probably after their season last year, for sure.
Yeah. And the year before they were really poor. I think they only had a win and a draw. I think the year before, didn't they?
Or was that the Vikings or was I can't remember. Anyway, Buccaneers 51 over Saints 27. The Buccaneers that was pretty close until that last quarter. Pretty decent game. Eagles 20 over the Browns 16. The Eagles are 3-2 and not looking very impressive at all.
No.
Colts 20 over the Titans 17. Chargers 23 over the Broncos 16. Steelers 32. Raiders 13. Falcons beat the Panthers 38-20. The Lions are 4-1. 47-9 over the Cowgirls. The Cowgirls, I think one of you blokes said it in our group chat, very ordinary yet again.
Yeah, they are ordinary.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're 3-3, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bengals 17 over the Giants 7. That's a battle of the bottom weights there, isn't it? Bills 23 over the Jets 20. Do you see any of that?
Only the highlights. They only just stuck it in, didn't they?
They
The
did.
Hail
They
Mary
got it
pass
done,
at half time. I saw that Rodgers threw up, and then the final intercept pass that he almost got away with, but a bit better fight by the Jets. But Bills still aren't carrying, like they're not playing like a high caliber team.
No.
Yeah, they're not playing like a championship favourite, are they?
No.
Teams on the bye: Dolphins, they're 2-3. Vikings are 5-0. Rams are 1-4, and the Chiefs are 5-0. So the Vikings
Chiefs lost to the bye.
Nah, mate. Nah, they're on a bye. They play San Francisco next week, and the Vikings play Detroit. So that Vikings-Detroit game will be a good one.
Must have been why Travis Kelce was in New York today, was it?
Yeah, well, mate, they worked out the Chiefs thing around Taylor Swift. So,
yeah.
Well, they legitimately did. It's ridiculous. But that's what they do to get bums on the seats.
I saw the pair of them at the Yankees game today.
They were.
Yeah.
Trav going for the Guardians because he's a Cleveland boy, and who knows with Taylor? Who cares?
Actually, did you see Spike Lee in his red New York Yankees get up sitting behind the Cleveland Guardians dugout?
No.
I didn't see that. They went to him a few times. I think back into the game, I think someone struck out. I think it was when Cleveland might have had runners on first and third. You know, I can't think who was up. It was whoever was hitting before Jose Ramirez, and struck out. And as he's walking back to the dugout, Spike Lee's up there, and he's feeding him. It's so good, straight behind the dugout, and everyone's just looking up at him, going, "Oh, can't even say anything to him."
No.
That's awesome. I didn't see that at all. So
you love him, though. He loves his New York sport. Like he's got courtside seats to the Knicks there every game. He's always there for Yankee games and all that. So, yeah, good. Like he is a true New York sports fan.
Yep. Yeah. He's always
not
at the
just
games.
Knowing that you see appear at this time of year.
Yeah, I think they said he's got some sort of. I can't remember what they said. It wasn't like some special as like an elite member award. I can't 100% remember what it was now, but it'll come to me eventually after a few more of these.
You're talking about, one of New York's greatest fans. What about one of Boston's greatest fans down the bottom? Have you seen the Netflix doco that's coming out, mate, on the 23rd?
I've seen the shorts for it.
Yeah, on the Boston Red Sox. So on that, what was it, 2003? 2004 season. So that's going to be epic. I think it comes out in Australia on the 24th of October. So
no, I'll be keeping an eye on it and watching it several times. Sure. If it's anything like the 30 for 30 that they bought out, it's going to be really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Be good to see. I know, they made heaps of good docos of that sort of stuff, like with the Jordan thing, and I think it'll be next level. But I guess we'll see when it comes out. NBL, fellas, is back on, and we'll have to get down to a Kings game this year. Went to one last year, and keen to get back down there. Illawarra Hawks are 3-0. New Zealand Breakers are 2-0. Melbourne United 2-1. Sydney Kings are 2-1. Perth Wildcats 1-1. Same with the Jack Jumpers and the Cairns Taipans. Adelaide, Brisbane, and South East Melbourne Phoenix are yet to get a victory.
Well, they had one today. They sacked their coach. Yeah. I read on the train coming home that, South East Melbourne coach gone.
3-0, 0-3, and then it's all over. So, gone already.
Yep.
Pretty brutal. 3 games into the season, and pack your bags, you're done. Bathurst on the weekend, fellas. Did you, I know, Dave, you're at cricket, so you wouldn't have seen much. Randall, did you catch any of it?
I did, mate. I parked my ass on the lounge on Sunday and did not move all day. So
Same.
I watched a lot. So you saw it too?
Yeah. I had night shift the night before, and I woke up about 7 minutes before race start. It was perfect. And didn't do much else other than watch that all day. What a pretty uneventful race for 131 laps, I think it was.
Yeah, before a safety car.
Yeah, just great racing.
It's good, isn't it? I think they said they averaged. Did they say they averaged? How many did they say they averaged? Since 2004, or something stupid. I don't know why I was thinking average of 4 safety cars or something. But yeah, like for one, that's it.
Yeah. And I read people were complaining about it because there was no safety car. Some fans now enjoy it because it brings the pack back together and sort of forces a bit more dueling. But to me, it's got to be the true Bathurst. It's 1,000 Ks. You just go from the start, no stops. Who's got the driver and the endurance to win it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There is that new rule they've brought in. So when the safety car came out, it limited kicks in at 80 Ks an hour. So you can't do more than 80 Ks an hour, like you're like a 25-second countdown or whatever. And so if there is a gap, you can't actually close that gap until they release that limiter. So
that's a good new initiative.
Yeah, so it kept it spread for a while, but then as soon as they removed that gap, everybody just bunched back up again.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's good though in regards to if people are pitting and stuff like that. They're not going to lose too many spots if someone was to stay out or whatever it might be. So
all part of the strategy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you pit? Don't you pit? Do you wait till later? It's all part of the big decisions.
I actually enjoyed the no safety car. Just sort of showed who the quickest was on the day, like who was setting the quicker lap times. But
that's it.
Anyway,
and you look at Kostecki and Feeney. They just their gap didn't really change. They pretty much stayed the same. That sort of 1.2 to 1.5 seconds between each other, but you could see third place. That gap kept increasing and increasing and increasing.
Yeah.
So they were still driving super quick, but they were driving as quick as each other. But the rest of the guys couldn't keep up. So
I think one of my favourites that I followed from the top 10 shootout, Richie Stenaway, I think he had a great race too. There's a name we might see on 50 years trophies, I I think he did quite well. Damo says here 96% finish rate, highest finish. Shows how reliable they are. Comes down to drivers pushing too hard or fuel. Also, the new hard tire. Definitely all factors that played into it. I just thought I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was a great race with lots happening, even though nothing was happening. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You love to see a good crash, and really spice things up, and throws that cat amongst the pigeons. But also, I'm happy not to see one either, and just see like these guys racing hard, and the best drivers are the ones that come to the top. And that goes for their co-driver too. A lot of times you see the mistakes come from co-drivers, or there's part-time drivers that jump in and people get fatigued and whatnot. So it just shows the quality of the drivers, doesn't it?
Sure does.
And how Australian to see the winning car sponsored by Chico Roll.
Yeah.
Only Australia.
But it's only just come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
only just started the sponsorship now.
Yeah, like only 2 weeks or something.
I love it. So Australian.
It is pretty cool. If you blokes want to see a bit of crashing at Bathurst, I just started iRacing today, and I tell you what, I haven't done too many good laps at Bathurst so far. sort of grazed a few corners, that's for sure.
I'm actually going to drive the track in December. Looks like we'll be out at Bathurst for under 16 reps. So it's like, hey, while in town, got to do a lap.
Got to do a lap.
Remember, there's speed cameras. Keep it to 60.
Yeah, watch out for the speed cameras on there.
Yeah. All right, the results. Brady Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood. That's Todd Hazelwood's first ever victory in a V8 supercar too. So that was pretty cool. Brock Feeney, Jamie Whincup. So you talked about co-drivers, Randall, being close. Those two were real close with their lap times. Will Brown, Scott Pye, third. Cam Waters, James Moffat, fourth. Chaz Mostert, Lee Holdsworth in fifth. And it goes on and goes on. One of the big ones for me was Craig Lowndes and Cooper Murray. That was a pretty cool one to see. Craig Lowndes tearing it up. Murray got into a bit of strife and had to have a stop-go or drive-through penalty. So
that was to do with that speed limiter. He didn't drop it to 80 k's an hour in time. So drive-through penalty, I think it was.
Yep. So
they started from the back of the grid too. Like they were right down the back when they started. So they did a pretty good job. As that,
I've seen them up as high as fifth or sixth, I think. So
from the start, but from the start they started at the back of the grid. So that was a massive job to get right up there. For like a wild card entry as well.
Chico roll sales definitely went up on Monday. Definitely. Un-Australian not to have one, I reckon. All right. The best part of sport for the week for us, definitely the MLB playoffs. Randall, I know your team has gone once again. Shot out with the you got swept again.
We haven't again, mate.
It, have we?
They're the new Dodgers.
Second year in a row. So, yeah, sorry, Damo. I didn't see this one, mate. Declan Fraser's house burnt down. Yeah, that was rough, mate. And they told him the news, just before it as the other driver went out. Pretty rough. Yeah. I don't know if I would have told him straight away before the race or what, but anyway, that's what happens. MLB, what were we talking about? Oh, your Orioles, Randall, there.
Orioles bowing out 2 years in a row, being swept in the, Here's what it is. You got to learn to lose before you can win, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you do? They floundered all the back half of the season, mate. They didn't scrape in. They were the top wildcard spot, but if it wasn't for such a good first half, they wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Too many injuries, similar to the Braves, mate. Too many injuries. It cost them. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Move on to next year.
I mean, Kansas City played well, and then Kansas City got done by the Yankees.
Yeah, take nothing away from Kansas City. Like, mate, they were red hot. They were on fire.
Pitching and defense was solid.
Yeah, they deserved to go through, and they tested the Yankees a little bit. Disappointed that they couldn't go on with it, but Yankees are pretty tough team.
What about
series been different, I reckon, for the Royals.
Yeah, I agree.
That would have been interesting to see how it would have gone over 7 games. But this early series, you just got to win 3.
That's it. You got to get it done.
You look at it though, like you think like Yankees got to, they got their wins, they moved through, but Judge didn't do anything.
No, still not doing anything.
Well, he did something today. Did he hit a home run today?
No, that was Stanton.
Oh, Stanton.
Stanton and Soto.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he crushed it though. Stanton's been crushing the ball.
Yeah,
like he's been pretty. He was unstoppable in that series against the Royals. I think he only got out once, didn't he?
I don't know.
And legging things out too.
Yeah, blast from the past, actually running. The old robot. But I don't know. We'll talk about the division series later, I assume.
Oh, talk about it now. I don't.
Did you guys watch the Yankees game today?
Only highlights today. I didn't see.
I think it was 1-0, and then I don't even know how many wild pitches the pitches through, but I think they scored 3 runs on wild pitches, and it's like 2 of them were in 1 inning. Like they were just Stanton. I think it was Stanton got a single, and then the next 3 pitches, 2 of them were wild pitches, which put Stanton on third base. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, 2 runs scored off the wild pitches in that one dig.
Yeah, that must have been the third that you've got up there. It was just, and to make it worse, so Bo Naylor was catching, but he looked ordinary behind the plate. Like he wasn't really blocking the ball. Like he was trying to scoop the ball backhand and stuff like that. It's like, mate, this run is on. Why are you scooping? You got to block that ball.
Yeah. 6 hits apiece, 5-2 the score today. 1 error. Yeah. What about the other side?
That was a good game.
7-3 the Mets. Come on, the Mets.
We just actually watched the highlight. Just watched the highlights with the boys actually just before this, and it just happened that it turned on. Right in the second inning there, when they decided to intentionally walk Francisco Lindor with 2 out to get to the next hitter. I think he faced about 8 pitches or something. Ended up full count, but he 8 or 9 pitches and then grand slam. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, good.
Extra incentive to do something when they walk the guy in front to get to you.
Yeah.
But, it is Francisco Lindor. Like,
and after what he did in the first inning.
Yeah, lead-off home run to start the game.
Yeah.
So, I don't blame them, but...
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers have had, what do they have, 33 scoreless innings or something previous. So, I mean, it's one apiece now.
So what do you reckon? Who you got in both these series?
Would love to see the Mets take on the Guardians in the World Series.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Surfers Paradise Baseball Club TV, playoff baseball is the best. Just like Friday night at work watching you blokes play. How'd you go on Friday night? I think I left. It was 3-0 when last week when I had to leave and do some work. How'd you end up? Yeah, I would love to see the Mets play the Guardians. How do you think it's going to play out, fellas?
I'd like to see that, but I don't think it will. Unfortunately, I think the Yankees will win in 5. And
I wouldn't
I hope
mind
the
a
Mets-
Subway Series
yeah,
if it's not Guardians. Just don't want Dodgers
Yep.
there.
Me either. I don't want the Yankees either. But anyway, I think the Mets. I think the Mets in 7.
Mets in 7. You beauty. I hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing New York. That'd be what was it? 2001 or 2000? 2000?
2000 was the Subway Series. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. That would be a pretty good watch. But yeah, Mets Guardians would be my favourite. 10-1, the good guys. Yeah, it was a good game from what I've seen. Love the camera angles too. You had a few different camera angles this time around. It was pretty good. If you blokes haven't tuned into Surfers Paradise Baseball Club before, go and check them out. They live stream each home game, or actually last week's wasn't even a home game, and they still live stream. So go and check them out. It's good baseball. Oh, they won on Sunday as well for the sweep, 6-3. You beauty.
Get the brooms
Good
out.
stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of good baseball games coming up, that's for sure, fellas. Been plenty of good baseball so far. We haven't touched on the other side. San Diego beat the Braves quite easily. That was,
as expected.
2-0 sweep, just straight up.
Terrible
Braves are
time
horrible
for Braves to have Sale go down.
Yeah.
But I think the Braves were bad for probably the last 30 games. They just
Yeah.
massive
Story
downward
of their season, though, like the injuries, mate. They just when you look at how many good quality players are just sitting there on the pine injured. So what do you do? It makes it hard.
The Brew Crew got done obviously by the Mets. Didn't really. I thought the Brewers might have got through and had a good chance against the Phillies, but not to be. New
Good
York
series,
Mets,
though. It was a good series.
Yeah, it was. The Mets and the Phillies, that was also a good series.
Phillies went quiet. Their bats just died beside Harper and Castellanos. No one did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
brutal.
a little bit underwhelming if you're a Phillies fan, I'd say. Like you would have expected them to be around for another week or so.
You'd think so. I think I cursed them last week or the week before. I said I was going to wear my Phillies hat this week. So no need for that. So I'm going to put on my Yankees and Dodgers hat next week. So come on, you Mets and
I had my Tigers hat out. I was supporting the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers they were having a good run too, weren't they?
Yeah.
Disappointing that theirs finished. But
some good pitching games from them too. So anyway.
But a good upside for Tigers and for the Royals for next year to see the progression of both clubs. So keep an eye out for them.
Mets in 7.
Yeah, that's it. Mets in 7.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, I agree. The progression. Well, I think it was the whole Detroit team was 18 million. And who was it? And they played Houston. Josh Hader, was it?
Yeah.
Hader was 18 mil. Like, yeah, good. 18 mil, and you get all the way through, to the divisional series. So good on them. Hopefully they do.
Leave out Harvey Baez and you start winning.
Well, that's what happens when you don't swing at balls that are bouncing halfway down the pitch.
Yeah. Well, it is cricket season.
I was going to say, we're in the cricket season.
October. Anyway. So what do we got? One game tomorrow, fellas, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, one. Yankees Guardians.
Yeah.
And travel day for the National League.
Oh,
big travel.
Yeah.
A couple of good games of baseball anyway.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that the Mets got that win today. Head back to New York now for 3 games, I think, and at home, and they won all.
You always
Anything
want to
can
get
happen now.
one on the road, don't you? In the best of
that's
7,
right.
you always want to get at least make it even when you go home to your stadium.
Yeah. 100%. You don't want to be 2-0 down.
No.
Heading home, you want to be 1-1 or 2-0.
Yeah. Always good to go home and have that advantage, but not always the case. Hey, well, we're talking about home games. The Tornado and the Tampa Rays, they lost their field. It was pretty horrific seeing the drone footage of that. Not ideal, but I'm sure they'll rebuild and make it better for next year.
Yeah, well, they needed a new roof anyway, didn't they? They always say that the ball gets lost up in the roof when it goes up, so maybe they can put something with a black lining on the inside or something.
Yeah, paint it black this time.
Yeah, well, maybe on the inside only, but
yeah,
I don't know. But that was actually they were using the stadium as a emergency relief location too for people, so that didn't last real well, did it?
Nah, not ideal at all.
Yeah, if anyone didn't see it, go and check it out. Yeah. Watching that roof get ripped off was pretty crazy.
Yeah, some crazy footage, but anyway, we'll leave it there for tonight. Davo household got cricket coming up this week. Randall's got the baseball. I think I'm at work this week, so not much action for me, but I think the following week kids have got dancing comp, but I think it's in Newcastle, so happy days for that one.
Yeah, presentation Friday night. We'll see you there.
What was that?
Presentation Friday night.
Yeah.
For the Mighty Toronto Tigers.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Sit down meal this year.
Yeah. Well, if you want it.
Yeah.
Don't have to, but
Yep.
Sit down meal. Why not?
Oh, it's good. Something different.
We all eat anyway, so
yeah. We used to do that back in the day, mate, with the Tigers. Used to always be like a 2 or 3 course dinner and bit of a show. So a bit of entertainment. So you're going to get up and sing or something, Randall? Or?
Depends how many alcoholic slushies I have.
Fair enough.
Depends if P. Wales will give me the microphone.
Oh, is he MC again, is he?
He is, mate. He sure is.
Oh, lovely. It'll be good to see him.
He couldn't wait to get there, apparently.
There you go. Damo's saying they're selling roof chunks on eBay. Fantastic.
Yeah, I did see that, actually.
One of those in the man
piece of Tropicana. A piece of Tropicana's roof.
Yeah.
$60 and different bits and pieces. They probably just picked it up out of their front yards, but anyway.
Yeah. Bit like the Oakland A's supporters ripping the chairs out of the stadium in the last game.
As they should. Bit of disappointing to see that. I know what's his name? Eric Burns? Eric Burns. Burnsy on the I can't even remember the podcast now. No Filter Network.
Him and Will Clark.
Yeah. Oh, they ripped into him about that. But that's the only episodes I watch now is when Will the Thrill's on, because he's usually had about 212 scotches and says it's exactly how it is. So
he's such good value.
It is great value. But, all right, fellas, have a good week, and we'll see you back next week. Thanks for those tuning in on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll catch you next week.
See you.